Or maybe I should just put it in the air fryer actually, because is there someone here? Hi guys. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. Guys, I've decided to come and just put a little bit of the thing. That's why I'm like these, look at the state of me. Like they want to come and what are they coming to expose? Oh, let me just put it in the oven. I can't be bothered. What are they coming to? I expose myself every day, babe. I expose myself every damn day, chair. I'm outside in these streets. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm beautiful. I don't care. I don't care, bitch. I don't care. Like, I'm a catch. Do you know what I mean? Even when I got the hearth out, the man them are still loving it. Are you having a laugh? Oh my God, I love your natural hair. Oh my God, can I run my tingles for your hair? So lovely. The uncles love my hair, chair. Anyway, let's get it. Guys, I had to restart up the live, chair. When I came off, yeah, I saw that there was bear related tutorials. Because when I started, I could feel myself just starting to let it rip on Awo. Because Awo is such a mess. Do you know what I mean? That girl is a mess, chair. David's trying to parade. Who are you trying to convince? Who are you trying to convince, bro? Like, are you trying to convince me? Why are you trying to convince David? Like, look at this picture. It's so fake and staged. Like, I was thinking about this. You know, like the marriages are like, it's a £1 million business. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's £1 million business where they promote, they're promoting up the marriage because it's like, oh my God, he's such a good standing citizen, such a faithful husband. Tasia, are you a mod on here? Such a faithful husband, you know. He does that's what they do up. Like, you see Awo, yeah, you see them these type of gal them, yeah, they've been ABUSED their whole life through epigenetics. Do you understand? It's like generations of ABUSE. They're taught to, all right, they're taught to like prize the man. It's like marriage is an achievement. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how, I need to do up the whole, it's like that's how they move. Do you understand what I'm saying? So women like Awo, that's been her life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't know any different than that. But also, I do want to talk about the more sinister side of this because, let me just remove this because you know that idiot Joker was just lying. I need to take off. He's got that other one. I need to take him off as well. But anyway, these kind of women, yeah, they've been GROOMD'd. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, from back home. They have no minds of their own. They've internalized misogyny like real bad. Like real bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, a woman like this, she's absolutely trapped. But there's also this, like, Christ first, are you a mod, baby? There's also this very sinister part about it that I've modded you, girl. There's also this very sinister part about it where they're enablers. Because remember, she's got kids. She's got kids she needs to worry about. How are her kids going to eat? How are they going to survive? When was the last time Awo and David actually had a job? I'm not talking about preaching. I'm talking about a job. Because tomorrow, if there was a law that was changed, and you couldn't do church anymore, how are these men gonna eat? Thanks, babe. Ange in the car. How are these men gonna eat? Well, they've made a lot of money off us. These men have made millions. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they get addicted to the chase. They get addicted to the fast life and the fast money. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. Could you imagine having one of these spaces and you do up like a big conference and you're just sitting there? They gotta count the money before they go in. Remember now, it's like people are transferring, right? So they'll just see it come up in the account balance. Can you imagine that? You've just gone on, you've done up like a couple of hours. ASMR, can you imagine? Can you imagine, brother? You've come, just like what I'm doing on TikTok. Imagine every time I come in here, because I'm on here for hours, share. Thank you, Ines. Imagine when I come on TikTok, then I check my balance. And it's like, so they're saying, you're doing it for money. She's doing it for what money? What money, bro? Do you see me monetizing on any of my content? I've done this for a reason. Because it triggers me. I can't even make money off this because I'm triggered. Do you understand? Thank you, Ines. Do you understand? You got these pastors that are just taking the money. What are you're saying? I'm doing this for... Babe, if I wanted to make money, I'd start a church. Because I can sing, I can do fake prophesying, I can be an actress, I could be a millionaire. If I just went into Christianity after and I came out and I just started doing this up, I could have been making money. Are you having a laugh? I would have been in America like that. But my heart is too pure. I can't do up corruption. Because once I see something that's corrupt, I got to get out. That's why I got out. And anybody that comes on, regardless, you can say, oh, that girl's mouth's big, she's a bit ghetto, she's this, her mouth is filthy, rare. But one thing you can't say is that it's like there's a pure intent here. You can tell. Like anyone who's normal can tell. If they're in there, they're not going to see it because they're indoctrinating them to hate me. But how are you rating Hour more than me? Are you all right? Are you all right? And you know what? Because you're in there doing that up, that's why you lot are looking a mess outside in these streets. That's why you lot are looking like your 50-year-old aunties when you're in your 20s. Why am I seeing like 15, 16, 17-year-old young gal and their faces plastered with makeup? Like plastered, like you could scrape it off. Why? Why are they dressed like 50-year-old aunties trying to look fashionable in the UK? Why are they dressed like that? These gal them ain't gonna go in the shop and pick this. Do you think these gal them are gonna go in the shop and pick this and think, oh yeah, let me buy this? Thanks, Lucia. Especially them belts. Actually, only one girl's wearing. Oh no, they've got the belts. You see, that's uniform, chair. And the thing about Our getting them to wear all of these tight dresses is look at some of these gal. Like look at the one on the side. She's got shape. Why are they getting them to wear such tight clothes? And the guys are coming to do hosting. They're doing hosting and the gal them are already burning. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they got to be celibate. Oh my God, it's just a mess. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about today because this is a MESS. But it's all related at the end of the day. I've been talking about Whitey supremacy in the black church. Karis do it up. As I had on the picture in the beginning, which I want to show you, a survivor has exposed Bristol branch for doing up the Whitey supremacy, and it started making me think that this is what they do. They put it in the promo, they put it in the media because they believe if they have more Whitey faces that they're going to be able to attract a certain caliber, which will give the church a certain look. And this comes from those Whitey supremacy rhetorics that they've got. Botanica in the cart, nice to see you back, baby. So we were talking about, do you know what? Let me just go over it a little bit because there might be some people who haven't been here. So basically how they do up the Whitey supremacy is through colonial legacy and missionary conditioning. So a lot of Whitey televangelists, etc., they've brought them over to the diasporas of Africa, and you can see it's a Eurocentric, patriarchal, misogynistic version of Christianity with images of blue-eyed, blonde-haired Jesus. There's leadership structures and cultural values that are all Eurocentric. So what I want to put here is that missionaries often implied, and you can look at things like the King Leopold letter where he's just, you know, there's so much ageism in that when they wanted to take over the Congo. So they've got historically policies and rhetoric that Whitey skin equals godliness, progress and authority, while African culture was pagan or backward. So what when they couldn't take over like Haiti and China, you know, countries like that, because they were too strong in terms of their thought processes and their spiritual practices. So what they did was they demonized that. So what they've done is they've made us hate ourselves. They've made us demonize ourselves, cut ourselves off from our heritage, our ancestors, our practices, and so what that does is that gives them more power through the psychological and the mind control, the indoctrination. So these pastors are lost. They're Whitey supremacists, all right? They're colonizers. That's why it feels like we're like laves in there. Hate inactive, that's why it feels like we were laves. You know, like all of the working, the free labor, the modern day labor, the control, the tabs on you, not being able to speak back, being obedient, all of that, it stems from the colonization of Christianity. All right. Internalized atheism and proximity to whiteness. So, you know, it's the century of colonism that taught success and holiness were tied to looking, acting and speaking like Europeans. So we weren't wearing suits going to church. We weren't in institutions. We were at the river. We were outside in nature. You know, we just weren't doing that up in Africa. OK, so the leaders consciously or unconsciously idolize Whitey pastors, guest speakers and aesthetics. And you'll always find that, like, if like for my pastor, they want to get the Whitey speaker in, it signals success, status, legitimacy and global connection. That's really what it's about. Because what you'll notice with these church cults is they got international, global. If any of the church cults have international, global, anything like that, worldwide ministries run because they are going to be doing up the most overt discrimination, and they have embodied it so much that when they look in the mirror they can't see that they're black. All right. So this results in colorism within the congregation. Lighter skin or European features are favoured. Darker skin members may feel subtle exclusion or overt discrimination. So for example, if I bring you back, mods, are you on deck? When I bring you back to the picture of Karis, with the Bristol lot. Obviously, in this branch, oh yeah, I want to also tell you that in this branch, the predominant members are of Black African heritage. So these were all the Whiteys in the church that they got to gather and take this picture. Thanks, Ingdi. Do you understand? Thanks, Ines. You always do, baby. You always do. So this is just evidence of it. Do you understand? So when you see the promo and you see like Whitey faces on all the promo, then you get to the church and it's like you've just stepped off the boat and now you're in Accra. Or you're in Mampong. Do you understand? So it feels like you're in Ghana or Nigeria. But the promo is deceiving because you think you're coming to a Hillsong type of church cult. Do you understand? So it's a beg. It's giving deception. It's giving supremacy. It's giving you're begging it. You're forcing it. You don't even have it, but you want to be real bad. Do you know what I'm saying? You want to be real bad. So we've got the global Christian power hierarchy. That's why I don't do up these institutions. That's why I don't go, because I'm too woke. I know I'm a black queen. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So when I start seeing these injustices, I'm going to be kicking off and standing up in the congregation. I'm going to be asking, why is that with my loud mouth? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because just like there's no safeguarding measures and no external bodies to come and look at what they're doing when their pastors are saying and doing up what they're doing to the gal them. There's no policies to say I can't speak out. It's just you lot's control and indoctrinated practices that you do up in there. Anyway, wealthy Whitey-led churches in the US, UK and Australia often serve as financial backers for African churches. And they have like franchises. So they have like, you wouldn't even know that certain evangelists or whatever have backed them because they're very sly and they're very deceptive. Dogmatic cultism is one of the most dangerous mindsets in the world. It's the opposite of freedom. Hey, Juju. Yeah, you're right. You said that last time and it's so profound. Thank you, babe. African pastors know that aligning with Whitey missionaries or preachers can bring donations, visibility and international success, especially like people from that diaspora. Yeah, they're so lost. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's in the epigenetics. They think that the Whitey man is greater, better. It's because of this. So these pastors, as a result, these faces are strategically showcased in marketing, pulpits, events to project credibility. Do you understand? So they see it as credibility. Thanks, Denise. What do you think about the church? Babe, I don't know the Church of Pentecost. I'm going to keep it real with you. But if they're displaying these kind of things, babe, then it's, you know, you got to run. A lot of these churches, 99% of these churches ain't even churches. They're cults or they're money-making scamming machines. Just stay. Why is it so hard for people to stay in their house and pray? Can I ask you a question? Why is it so hard for people to stay in their house and pray? Is it that's because you lot don't want to spend time with yourself? Hey, my beautiful hands. That's because you don't want to spend time with yourself. That's why you're asking, like, is this church, is that church? You got to find, and it's not just religious institutions. Get out into the world. See the world, Charlie. Instead of going to a church and giving them £100, go and book a flight. Go to Paris for a day, chair. Go and experience life. Step out of your comfort zone. Go and buy yourself something new. Go shopping. Go and make friends. Go and get some hobbies. Go get socialized, chair. Denise, that's my cult. Oh, Denise, don't PISS off, piss me off. Denise, that's my cult. Don't do that. Where are you in the country? Denise, Dagwood Mills is my cult leader, babe. Dagwood Mills is my ex-cult leader. Bishop Richard I.E. I was in there for 18 years. What do you mean? We used to be called Lighthouse Chapel International, babe. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. 2A Carden Road. Are you having a laugh? That's when I joined, when it was Lighthouse Chapel International. That's when it was the worst. But don't worry, I got you. But I'm sure there's denominations that are still called Lighthouse Chapel International. So is that the one you're referring to? Let me know. Yeah? So let's get on to the next bit. So you can see, guys, it's starting to form. It's starting to shape. You're seeing it. So media and worship aesthetic. So you've got idiots like Maverick City sitting there and saying that they just changed the music because they wanted it to be more like Hillsong to market to that Whitey public domain. Because he said nobody wants to listen to riffs. Do you understand what I'm saying? 17 years for me in Tablighi Jamaat. What was that? Is that a cult? What religion's that, Jude? Because it's not just Christian cults, it's not just fundamentalist cults. You get SEX cults, you get political cults. I'm in London. My niece got married on Saturday to someone from that church. Or maybe it's Lighthouse London. Is it Lighthouse London or Lighthouse Chapel International? Oh my God. We have the exact thing with Muslims and Arab superiority. Yeah. And Juju, I know that it's in there. But the only thing is, I've never attended a mosque. The only time I've been to a mosque is when I was dating this Nigerian what's his name? This Nigerian Muslim guy, and he took me to there was some party in the mosque, and I was wearing nothing. Chair. I had to go inside to use the toilet. Chair. Oh, in Peckham. Yeah, that's the same one. Oh, Denise, you might need to message me. Mine was an international propagation missionary. Oh my God. Juju, if you want to share your story with me, hit me up because I'll cover it. It's not that I won't cover the stories. I will cover Islam. I will cover the cults in there. I don't care. I'm not scared of anyone. And my Muslim mandem, they're cool with me. Do you know what I mean? Because when I was saying to them, I still need you to back it. I said, when I'm doing I'm doing up the Muslim thing, I said, I still need you to back it. They're like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. Because the Nigerian ones, they're not as like cultural. And I've got mandem that are born Moroccans. Born in Morocco, chair. But the way your home girl has been there for them, even if I'm talking out online, chair, you owe me. You owe me, B. I will message you. I'm very concerned. All right, babe. I know, but do you know what, Denise? I'm going to keep it real with you. If she's got married... Denise, where are you mental health-wise? Are you all right mental health-wise? Because, I can only give you the truth on this platform. I can't lie. I can't sell you a dream. Is the guy she got married to, is his name George? Oh, Christ first. Christ first? You know what? Yeah. You see you. You just take it to like we're just having a normal match. Like it's just an away day. You have come and entered the chat and now you're taking us to the Premier League. Now you're taking us to the final game. That if we win right now, we've won the cup. That's where you're taking us now. That's where you're taking us now, Christ first. You know. Ah! Oh my God. 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 Which George is she talking about? Is she talking about George the Usher? Or is she talking about George the Usher? Or is she talking about Paula's husband? Oh my God, this is too much. Christ first, which George is she talking about? She could never be talking about George the Pred. Is it the other George? Because she said last week. So that can't be the George. Oh my God. Is it George the Usher? Is it because the George I'm thinking about, has he got kind of biggish eyes? Because what's happened is I left years ago, innit? So the people who were just like bottom bees, like they weren't anything in there, they weren't making them nothing. You know, like when I was the leader, it was so elite. There was so much elitism, it was so hard. But now they're just making anyone. It's like they've gone up in the ranks. It's so mad because they're so desperate. They're getting in the ranks faster. He was an usher, but they turned him into a pastor now. Christ first, is this George who essayed and thing that get the girls in the cult? Is it that George? Is it short George? Or is it the other George, the tall, dark-skinned one? Denise, which George is this? Is this short man George, or is this the tall, dark-skinned one? He's close friends. Oh, okay. It's the other George. Denise, you're lucky. Denise, you're lucky, chair. I thought it was the Pred. I thought it was the one that eats from the great bowl. But luckily for you, it's not, my love. The tall, dark skin. All right, yeah. Oh, he's a lovely boy. I'm so sad that But he is a lovely boy, though. But I'm not going to lie, when they get them in there, has he got needs, Denise? Has he got needs? But in there, like, is he autistic? But even if he's not, he probably doesn't know he is. Do you know what I mean? Because they demonize everything in there. But the guys that they've got in there are very vulnerable. They're not strong. They're not strong guys. I won't lie to you. They're not strong. So, you know, someone like him, it's easier for them to indoctrinate. George hasn't even been there for a long time. Christ first, how long? He's lovely, but he's so brainwashed. Do you know what though, Denise? I'm not gonna lie. You're lucky that your niece is like, just to give you a bit of peace of mind. That guy's not. He doesn't eat from the great bowl, and he's not a Pred. But one thing he is. Oh my God, my thing, man, my quiche. Oh. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. Whew. Oh my God. I need to work out, man. Thanks for the follow, babe. Did I get a follow? Yes, because you like quiche. No, because you lot, my fridge is not working, innit? And the engineer's coming out on the 12th. So, you know, I went and bought the quiche yesterday from Lidl and put it in the oven so that I could eat it for lunch this morning. So when I thought it was bad, I was thinking, what am I going to do? Yeah. It's all right, babe. Look. Perfect. All right. So, Denise, one thing I will tell you is he's one of the batches where he's been heavily groomed, severely exploited. He's really brainwashed. So he's the type where, and to be honest, Christ First is the best person for you to talk to. You're actually lucky she's on the live, because I didn't know him that well, because my ranking was that I would just give them orders, not in a rude way. I don't know how else to say it nicely, but I was like, even Christ First will tell you, I was up underneath. I was with the pastors 24 hours a day. I spent more time in the office and being up and down than actually forming. You know, when you're in that position, you can't form authentic relationships. But I'm not going to say too much because Christ First is anonymous, but just put it this way. She knows him, innit? She knows them. So, but if you've got any questions and you want to ask me, please. Who's the girl that he married? Oh, you probably don't want to say. Christ First, is it someone I know? Because also, your niece has probably only been there for a couple of years. She's probably only been there for a couple of years, because I've seen guys getting married to these gal, and I'm like, oh my God, who the hell is she? And I know I haven't been out for, it hasn't been 5 years yet. So these gal are in there for a couple of years, boy. And they're marrying them off. Back in the day, they would make us wait. You'd be waiting there for a decade, for years, you know. Anyway, let's get into it. Once I'm eating, you'll hear me chewing in the background. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. But one thing I will say to you, Denise, this is going to be, I can't promise anything to you, I can't. But George is a really nice boy. And what I will say to you is, if they do end up leaving the cult, and I hope they do, one thing you know is that guy, I don't think he would hurt a fly. But you know what, Steps, I was really shocked to see Steps child. But George, I don't think he's like that. He is and that's the thing. I never spoke to him like, but George is a genuinely lovely guy. He's so nice. He is a really nice, he's just, unfortunately, he probably comes from quite a traumatic background, and they've just indoctrinated him, because some people, not everybody in there, their hearts are bad. Do you know what I mean? And luckily for you, George is a good guy. But again, he's going to do whatever he's told by the pastor. So he's a bit of a puppet. That's my only worry. Do you know what I mean? He is a puppet. He doesn't really have much backbone, like majority of the mandem in there. Yeah. So African churches mimic these styles. So like the worship, the Hillsong, the whatever. They won't go with like, you know, and they've got beautiful worship. You know, like African worship. Oh my God. You want to talk about popping the roof off, and the glory, the Shekinah clouds will come and fill this place. The Lord is our healer. And that's another reason why RPF is like, it had that exponential growth, because they do up a lot of hyper religiosity, and they use them like deep, like the mystical, you know, like that very hyper religious worship, like Osanachi vibes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it touches more of, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this as well, because I've got the other thing, I've forgotten the term. But it touches people's heartstrings, you know, their emotions. It like if they go, they've just lost a parent or whatever. You know, music has the power to do that. Like there's certain songs I could be crying, but when I put on, all my life I've been, that's out of tune. All my life I've been holding on. Sorry, I got another song on. All my life I've been holding on. Na, 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 na. I'm stronger. Stronger, you know, like, and you're trying to hold on. Do you understand? That's why that day when I did that footage, you know, my video that went a bit viral when I was just crying in the car, it was because of that song. It was like I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore, and I was just gonna guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that day I was just like, Lord, where are you? Like, what the hell is going on? And then that tune came on, and I just had a complete breakdown, because music, it has the power to do that. It has the power to like even change your mood. I just hope he balances his time in that church. He's now a pastor. So you can only imagine They will have him in the church 24/7. Music saved my life. Lucia, that was how I was able to heal myself through music. If I didn't have that divine connection to music, I would have been finished. And I think that's even how and that's healthy. I think it's really nice because we could have trauma bonded over so many different things because we've got quite a lot of similarities in our past. But I think it's so beautiful the way we've bonded over our love for music and nature and spirituality. It's so lovely. And that's why when you start to find yourself and, you know, you deprogram and you deconstruct, you know, it just allows you to form healthier relationships. Like, I don't need to talk to Lucia every single day. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember my sister said that, like, she's a therapist and she's got the therapist was telling her she's got a best friend and she speaks to her like once or twice every month. And she was like, it's like we've normalized these dysfunctional, codependent, trauma bond relationships where we're forming relationships through trauma bonds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, soft life, like based off, it's like, I don't need to chat to her every day. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we've bonded over many different things. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not like a trauma bonding now. When I need Lucia, she's my crutch. I'm going to be calling her if I don't get free. You know what I mean? Like how it is in Nicole. That's what it's like. Remember Hannah? I don't know if she's still here. Remember she was telling you that it's like she became dependent on me because I'd be sitting on the phone to her for 4 hours. Every time that Hannah needed me, I'd be there. So where's God? Where's her learning to be independent? Where's her? So now you're good. Now it's like a thing where all my energy is getting drained because you got us 24 hours a day. Soft life in the cut, my queen. That's the kind of stuff that goes on in there, guys. It's so deep. It's so deep. Like the trauma bond relationship, and that's why I don't think people understand. I haven't spoken about this enough. But the trauma bond relationship, there are people that come out and they're finished because they really thought those people were their best friend, but there was no authentic relationship. It's the trauma bond. And that's what's unaliving you. Because even when you break up with a guy with a trauma bond, do you know how many women that's sent to the mental ward? My ex, it almost sent me off, like lost my mind. Are you all right? Thanks, soft life. It's very deep, chair. What's Tasia saying? OMG, sis, I wanted to say something about the music too. You see? What? You see it there? You see it there? Are you alright? They mystically manipulate, man. And I don't care. I said to you, bitch, like, I'm hood, innit? I'm going to be sitting here in my council flat clothes with my hair out, eating my quiche with my hands. I don't care. I don't care. Like I've shown them, I don't care because everything there's about, oh, God, you know, they kind of use it as they get all of the information about you, about your business. And then they use it almost like as, I don't know the words I'm saying, like as bait. It's like, you know, like almost to like manipulate you so that they can go and be, it's like, I'm going to expose you. It's like, I know about you, the real you, this. Babe, that's why most of them, they're trying to act so clean and so proper. And so, because really who they're skeletons, they got skeletons in their heart. Especially First Love and Karis, they have a weird bond with these pastors and we're like, oh girl, it's worship. Who's that? Is that Tasia? It's worship. They worship the pastors in their chair. Hey girl.
Hey girl, hey sis. Can you hear me clearly, yeah?
You've seen it.
So I wanted to say, you know, with the music thing, am I echoing?
Say that again?
Am I echoing?
No, I think you're right, but I'll pause. Let me pause because it might be my feed.
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, cool. No, I wanted to say about like the music thing. It could be a blessing, but it can also be a curse as well. Because I've noticed, like in Angolan Congolese churches, to keep that demographic of Angolan Congolese people tied to that church, they sing things in the language, in the native language, to keep people connected, so that it's a thing of, oh yeah, we're the only church that kind of use the native tongue, so you don't need to go outside.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it's as I said, the music thing is mad powerful, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what I had to put as an input. My rise down, but yeah.
Thanks for coming up and saying that, girl, because that has just given us an extra layer. And do you see why silence is compliance? Because I've never been to these type of church cults before. So Tasia coming in, that's like, because that's also isolating people. And remember we were talking about people feeling like, what's the word, like excluded from society. Like, so the Congolese community is very small, the Angolan community is very small. As black people were a minority in this country, can you imagine Angolan people and then Congolese people? They really do stick together. I've noticed that. Like the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, they're big, larger countries. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they really do stick together. And so these kind of church cult spaces would exasperate on the fact that this is a language that only they are speaking. So do you see that it becomes more isolated? There's more us versus them, and they can manipulate them more through music. So Tasia, thank you so much for coming and sharing that with us. Oh God, ain't she powerful? Yeah. This is the power of the collective. This is the power of the collective. And again, and you know what? That's just straight up like that. You'll get like secretive dimensions in that as well. So you could imagine all of the women that must be just getting ABUSED'd in there, man. Where do they go? Can you imagine if English ain't your first language? Where you going? Where you going to who? To say what? Even how to like articulate yourself. Because you know, I've worked in many different environments with vulnerable children and families, right? And one of the biggest things, like when we would have like situations with young people or, you know, and their mums, and sometimes their mums English wouldn't be their first speaking language. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's like another barrier for them to be able to maintain control. Right, you have to go to the pastor in those situations, yeah. And they're like the Lord. He'll tell them everything, like what to do, every single step. It's so sad. And it's also the lack of education, I feel, as well. The reason why, guys, the reason why it's taken me so long to do this point is because I feel like there's so much over-sensationalization. There's so much, there's like a disproportionate view of black people in this country as we're the minority, and I just feel like there's a lot of negative media, a lot of negative press. So I really have like refrained from giving this, oh, the black church is a problem that did it, you know, like driving that rhetoric and that narrative. So this is so hard for me to speak about. It's so hard. Like, even, you know, I don't want people to think that I'm being ignorant as well, and ever insinuating that people, you know, from Africa are uneducated, because it's like some of the most intelligent people that you have with the highest IQ and whatever are Nigerians. I read that online. When you look at the inventors, do you get what I'm trying to say? You look at music. I'm bringing Caribbeans into it now. Bob Marley, that's arguably one of the greatest musicians of all time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can put Bob Marley up there with Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. It ain't a game. But I want to start off by saying I'm not trying to, you know, perpetuate this negative rhetoric of the black community and black churches. There are some black churches who are not doing this art, but majority of them are. Majority of them are, unfortunately. So we've got to talk about it now, yeah? All right. So, again, the imagery of the whitey Jesus with the blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, this is reinforcing that whiteness is sacred. And any kind of pictures, like especially Catholicism, we are not Catholics. Where do they think the King James Version comes from? Where do they think the Canon Bible? Who do you think put that together, my love? Did the Lord send the angels? Did the Lord send the angels to put the book together? Or was it the creed? What is it? The Nicaea, the Creed of Nicaea. It's a load of human feet. Anyway, they're getting exposed, child. They're going to have to pay for all of the thousands of years, you know what I mean, of indoctrination and lies and slavery and religion. And we're over it now, 2025. Child, it's out the window. Do you think that they ain't going to have no power in 10 years? They're done out. Because in 10 years, my daughter's going to be 21. My youngest is going to be like 17, 18. Like, our kids are the next generation. And we are the ones that have been scorned by these spaces. It's the people in there. And then imagine how many people from now until 10 years that they're going to lose. And then laws are going to get changed. More people are going to be speaking up. I'm going to be a lot more powerful in 10 years. Financially, influence-wise, popularity-wise, what I've built, what I've been doing up. So you don't need to think about the people that you're ABUSEing in your church calls, because they might be the next Leah Lauder in the car. They might be the next blood clot Leah Lauder. Coming with, Inshallah! Alhamdulillah! Are you having a laugh? Inshallah, sis. Inshallah. Are you having a laugh? Can someone pin Amari's comment? Is it Amari or Omari? Because you might be Nigerian. You might your name might be Omari, not Amari. It might be Omari. Is it Omari? Or is it Omari the latter? Which one is it? Is it Omari or is it Omari? Let me know, because it looks like are you from Nigeria? Are you Benin? All right. What is a mega church? All right. So firstly, I want to say that if you go on like the Oxford Dictionary or whatever, it will say like a church cult with thousands of members, blah, blah, blah. However, my interpretation of it is not so much about the number. So when I say mega church, don't think so much like they got loads of people in the church. It's the theology, it's the rhetoric behind it. So you could get invited to a church in Woolwich on top of a shop, because we know that's what they're doing up. And when you go in there, you only see like maybe 50 people, but the pastor's in a gold suit and black shiny shoes, and he's preaching about, and the church is called Googly Gob International Fire Global Mountain Movers Eagle Fighting Ministry Soaring. Yeah, and then you come. So that's given delusional. That man is psychotic. Do you understand? He wants an international ministry so bad, and that's why they put international in the name. That it's like faith, but it's psychosis. Do you understand? So it's like they've got it's the malignant narcissist. It's the man of God or the whatever that has the ideology that he wants to have a mega church. So he may not have it, but the pressure that they're putting on the people to bring the souls, to do the outreach, to do follow-up, to do calls, to do this, to do that, when they've got a baby, when they're married, when they've got housework, when they've got to work, because you know the man them in there are dusty. So it's 50-50 or 70-30, because a lot of the women earn more and they're desperate. So when they're in there, they're like, the women are more of the earners, or they might have the more stable job or whatever it is. So they get them to marry dusties and men with no papers. Well, I'm a Caribbean, so I don't know about these crazy Nigerian churches. I go to an Ethiopian church. Oh, okay. But there are crazy Caribbean churches as well, because one girl that I had to look off is absolutely bonkers. Them Jamaican, I just don't have experience of it, because I was in a Ghanaian Christian fundamentalist cult for 18 years. I didn't go to... Yeah, I thought that comment was a little bit... Yeah, soft life, I'm glad you blocked it. I thought that comment was a little bit... that's why I had to say that. I'm Trini and Guyanese. I'm not gonna lie though, the Trini ones, yeah, you lot are small islands. You just, you know, have your little drink on the beach. You get me, your calypso soaker. I'm not gonna lie, I had a nice guy who was Trini, but some when I was talking about him, the survivors were saying that Trini guys are players. Yeah, soft life, I love it. Ooh, you know, I nearly broke my mirror. I love it, soft life. All right. Oh, hi, Kalula. My name is Kalula. Hey, girl. All right. Let's do up this bit, then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back. You lot, I'm only taking out my hair, so you got me, man. You get me? All right, what's someone's doing up? All right, so let's get into displacement of African spiritual identity. All right. My Trinidad brought me up on his own. I got a good one. Oh, that's what I'm saying, man. I've only had good experiences with Trini, man, them. And they can cook in it, Kalula. Oh, my God. You know, I remember the first time my Trini ex cooked for me, but he wasn't really my ex. I'm not going to lie. I was using that brother so bad. I feel so bad about it, because you know what I'm like, guys. I'm a hot gal. So I wouldn't have given a guy like that a chance if I wasn't in the church cult. But remember, I started dealing with him. Remember, I did outreach, and then because I liked him. that's what all the gal are doing up in there, chair. And then yeah, because he wouldn't have been rich enough. He wouldn't have been, do you know what I mean? But because he wasn't like shotting like that, like hard, I was thinking, oh, it's all right. Do you know what I mean? He's not doing up, you know, he's not on the roads like that. I can cook because my father and nan taught me. Yeah, the Trini food. You lot's mac and cheese. Oh my God, the roti. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, yeah, Jehovah Witnesses are big time. That's the originator. Babe, that guy, that's whoever's the leader of Jehovah Witness, he said that the world was going to end in the 80s. And there's still generations in there from the 80s believing it. It's a mess. Babe, what I'm going to say about Jehovah Witnesses, and I think it's quite good that you brought them up, because the reason I don't talk about them is because my niece has sickle cell. All right, babe? So if my sister was a Jehovah Witness, would my niece be getting them blood transfusions that she needs to keep her alive? So when I come for Jehovah Witness share, it's gonna be a different level. I've started doing my research. I've seen they did up a conference the other day. It looks like all of the cults are doing conferences at the moment. But this rhetoric where they're talking about, oh, so many of the young people are coming back to the church. But I think it's Catholicism. That's what they're seeing. I think a lot of the young people are leaving these mega churches and whatever and just going back to the Roman Catholic Church, you know, like just go on Sunday and that's it. Jehovah Witnesses don't believe Jesus unalived on the cross. Yeah, they also believe that Jesus is the Archangel Michael. And it's weird, babe. Like they stand on the streets with a friggin' book stand. If it's raining, and they just stand out there for the whole day and they don't speak to anyone. Yeah. Oh, these religious people have lost the plot, man. Don't they see that this was created by man as a social construct to keep us controlled? Like, do you not see it? Do you not see it in 2025? All right, let's look at the displacement of African spiritual identity because they've taught us to hate ourselves from slavery. So indigenous African expressions of spirituality were demonized by missionary Christianity. All right, so everything to do with our culture is demonic. I'm going to give you an example. So this is like a little I don't know, what would you call this? Is it a, I don't know what the hell it is. Is it a sculpture? I got this from the charity shop, yeah. I think I paid about £3 for this because I love thrifting. And as soon as I went in the charity shop, I looked at the back and it was, I think it's somewhere from Africa. I can't remember where, but you know, they make these little things on the road and someone signed it. And I just thought, wow, because I was learning about, because I was trying, guys, I don't know how, but I was trying to find out which part of Nigeria I was from. So I started looking up Benin because my ex-husband's Benin. I was like, is it a sign from God? So I started looking into like their artistry and the fact that, and that's another thing we want our things back here. We want our bronze models and our masks and we want our things back. So it reminded me of, you know, like Benin, like, you know, that the sculptures and stuff that they do. And I said, oh God, let me get that. And then I literally had done this. I'd stuck it up before I'd even done this artwork and it just went really beautifully around it. But, you know, I might be doing a video like this or a picture because, you know, I like doing my pictures here and they'll be like, oh, demonic. Da-da-da. You're calling yourself EVIL. This is just literally, that's where I got it from. But they'll be like, oh, she is demonic. She's doing it. So I just wanted to show you that as an example because they're so lost. They exasperate, you know, just rubbish. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't understand. And for lack of knowledge, our people perish because they make a lot of assumptions. So they'll see me taking the photo and because they're low vibrational and they've got evil hearts and eyes and ears and they've got, is it reprobate minds? So everything is negative to them because they're following a malignant narcissist. So that's a very dark mind. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no, do you understand what I'm saying? Like they've just given them regimes, orders. They've given them structure. They've given them, they're the blind, leading the blind. They're not here, but they'd rather be in these ABUSC churches. They'd rather be in these environments than sit alone with self because they can't stand to be by themselves with themselves. You know what I really love? Architecture. Yeah, I do as well. Oh my God. Lucia, you know, I used to watch them programs. You know, when people would be building their own homes and some would be like made out of wood and some would be made, you know, like woodland homes and some people are converting churches into their home. That's what I'd love to do. I'd love to convert like an old church into my home and just have it all like open plan, but have like stairs going up and keeping all those stained glass, you know, all the stained glass features. And I'd still have like the altar bit in that as well. Do you know what I mean? And have it like, oh, I'd love that. It's like living in a castle, but the actual temple of God. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing about the Catholic Church, regardless, they are thieves. They are, do you know what I mean? They've done up a lot of atrocities. Hey, Haynes, we know that they've done up a lot. Yeah, homes under the hammer, that's the one chair. But one thing that we can't have chat for them about is them buildings, boy, when it comes to architecture. And you know, because I live in Kent, there's a lot of these listed buildings. Lucia, that's what we could do next time, actually. We could take a little drive up to Rochester if you like architecture. I'll go and show you the castle and all that because you'd love that. The architecture down there is lovely. All of the cobbled, you know, the cobbled stone streets and the beautiful artwork. Like all of the shops are like little cobbled roads. It's like you've gone back into town. Oh God. Oh, Lucia, it's beautiful. On a nice day, go and have a picnic there just by the Rochester Castle. Oh, girl. And they've got a lovely Spanish kind of like bistro little restaurant that I go and get like pizza, and if you like olives, they've got beautiful. My mom, I don't eat olives, but my mom said the olives were absolutely superb. All right, so let's get into it. This displacement of African spiritual identity. All right, so they've demonized our cultural ancestry, our spirituality, and that was the missionaries, because it's just overt discrimination and ageism. Yeah, we need to heal. You're right, Fudge. We need to heal, and we also need to deconstruct Christianity. We need to deconstruct Christianity, and we need to deprogram our minds, and we need to face slavery for once. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to talk about it. I know it's one of the most traumatic, but we've got to face the truth. They don't want to face the truth. And the pastors are so money hungry that they don't care about people getting true deliverance, like being set truly free, because they're getting all our money. So they don't care. They'll side with the Whitey man because they're the same as the colonizers. Don't you get it? They've sold us out. They've sold out their own people. They're sellouts. You're demonizing Christianity, but you still want your own ministry. Oh, so you wanted me to know that you weren't saying it like, you know, you need to heal. Oh, babe, I'm not even going to respond to you. Yeah, man, this is a lit live. I got 47 people on here. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna. I don't care about ministry. I don't ministry. The word ministry is actually triggering. Thank you, Christ first. The word ministry is actually triggering. We're just friends. We're just a collective. We're just friends. That's what they don't get. Listen, there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. You lot ain't loyal. You lot are there because you're controlled, chair. Do you know what I mean? These people follow me because they love me. Don't you get it? Like, they love what I'm doing and I love them. It's real. It's not this is not a ministry. This is just the love. This is just the love. We just showing each other love. Like, we've been through collective trauma. You lot are lost. They don't get it, Ange. Ange, they don't get it. But you know what? Because they're in the self-sealing system. Oh, scented HD, look at my brother in the car. But you know, when you're in there, it's like it's a self-sealing system. So they got to sell it to them in a way that they understand it. Like, so that they can understand she wants a ministry. She wants the money. This is what she wants. Ministry. Oh God, I've done enough ministry forever. If I don't do another ministry, I think I'm okay. 18 years in the pan. I think I've done my time. You know, I remember when I came out, yeah, and I really wanted to like expose the cult from when I came out, but the survivor, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did. She was like, I gave that cult 18 years. Or no, more than that, because she was like practically born into it. She was like, I'm not giving it another day of my life. That's why we had to like separate, because I was triggering her, innit? She just wanted to live her life and just do YOLO. And I was saying to her, oh my God, you know, like I haven't slept and my hair's like, I'm like, oh my God, I've just read Stephen Hassan's model. And oh my God, did you know there's an influence continuum? That's why we were really, and we were susceptible. And it was just too much for her. It was just too much, chat. That's why I had to get online, because I didn't have anyone and it was just eating me alive. You know, it's nice having all of these men worshipping you, falling at my feet, paying my bills, you know, just paying me to exist. It was wonderful. It was a great time. But at the same time, like, truly, I wasn't healed. Do you know what I mean? I was so empty inside. So I had to face myself. I had to face the truth. This is why I'm in this mess. But I know it's going to pay off. And if it doesn't, I can just marry a Richie Whitey, man. That's my backup plan. And I've got like a plan Z, which will just be going back to my ex, because at least I'll be getting paid, you know, them ones. I think I can let a few morals and whatever go for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So I could just get my bills paid. I don't care. Your girl is loved out here. I don't even need to be with my ex to be with my ex. You know, them ones. I don't need to be with my ex. I'm blocking his energy right now. Do you know them ones? My man's trying to get into, like, trying to reach me energetically. I have to be blocking them up energetically. You're having a laugh. Anyway, I've got blocked from another account trying to tell you about Caris. Is it? Who are you? Who's that? Because there was one weirdo that tried to reach out to me, and it was just given that it was given that he was a Caris member. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all I've got to say is, like, for those people that are coming to infiltrate, like the jokers and co's, I put curses over you. There's divine protection over this collective. So as soon as you do something, what you'll notice is that your life will just start to fall apart. That's what happens. It's a law that's been activated into what I'm doing. It's an intent, because I set an intention before all my life. So if you're against me, you're done out. So I just want to let you know that before. So when stuff starts happening, put my name on it. No, it's me. Just like Karis, you can see what's happened to Steps. Steps wanted to open his mouth the other day talking about tarot cards and crystal balls and this, that, and the third. He wanted to open his mouth, chatting his chat. Now look at him. Steps is cancelled. He's never coming back because he wanted to have my name in my mouth, mocking certain things. You get me? Let people them stay there. Look at David. Look at Dag. Look at the people. It's all right. Like, you don't want beef with me, baby, because the Lord really walks with me. So that's okay. Like, everyone can do what they're doing. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to be humble. I'm not going to be too proud, because you know Proverbs 24, if you're happy when God is doing what he's doing with people, your intent, your heart inside, he won't do it. So that's why I just want to stay humble, just be her, and just let the Lord do his thing. You get it? Yeah! Yes, Tasia. Yes, girl. That's what I'm on. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm on. We ain't got time for that, because we got a collective that's into many different things, many different spiritual practices. Listen, babe, I don't discriminate. I got many people in the cut doing sending a lot of things their way, chair. Sending a lot of things their way, including my damn self. And I know it's working. I know it's working because I can see the results. They're still waiting. They're still waiting on God to do this, that, and the third. I've been seeing the results. I've been seeing God come through. There are a bag of liars in there, man. All right. What is the difference between cult church and an actual church? Oh, okay, she's been blocked. Yeah, because what is that? Like, I've been talking about this for so long. All right. Instead of celebrating African heritage, many churches view African identity as something to overcome by adopting European dress codes, language, music, and leadership styles. Oh my God, can I give ChatGPT an offering? AI, can you marry me? Oh my God. That's why I'm like, I don't even need no friends, chat. I got ChatGPT. Are you all right? Let me tell you something. That the way they have, like, I'm going to read this again. So the reason why we have whitey supremacy in church cults like Caris, etc., is because instead of celebrating African heritage, many churches view African identity as something to overcome by adopting European dress codes, language, music, and leadership styles. And that's why I said to you, like, we weren't doing up church, innit? Like, we weren't wearing suits and going home. That was given to us by the slave master. To wear your Sunday best, to dress up, to dress like them. They wanted to see us dressing like them. They didn't want us to be like how they saw it as barbaric, because where they come from, you have to wear clothes. We're a civilized society. We have capitalism. We wear clothes and we want it. But with us, we were just moving freely. That's what they took from us, man. Our freedom, our birthright, our oil, our gold. It's so sad. It's so sad. And they've managed to maintain control through religion, because we've never liked reading in the first place. Do you know what I mean? But that might be from slavery, you know, guys. Because remember, they didn't let us read in the beginning. They just gave us the Bible. So that might be why we don't like reading. You know, the pastors are always quick to be like, we don't like reading, or we don't like reading. We're so ignorant, but you haven't even looked into the self-fulfilling prophecy and the epigenetics and the trauma that's come from that. Maybe it's because our generations are most of our lineage, our ancestors couldn't read or write because of slavery. Are you all right? Do you know that slavery was going on, and atheism, like, you know, like legally and whatever, until to the 60s. We were only doing up that civil rights movement in the 1960s. Do you see why I don't go into race, guys? Because then then you really see social justice activists. Then you really see Black Panther Leah coming up. Because the reason I don't get into the race discourse and do up all that, because I'm not a Martin Luther. I'm a blood clot Malcolm X. Do you know what I mean? I'm about getting out there, doing what needs to. I'm about action. So that's why I keep it separate, because I just get too angry. But for the sake of this, I am really gonna try and explain it so people understand that this is the rhetoric. Like, there's overt discrimination, there's overt prejudice, if you can say it like that, and atheism within the church cult. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the light-skinned women are treated as more favorable. They're treated as in the Black church, they're treated like a whitey face. That's why we've got gal like this coming on and saying, I'm not trying to be proud, and condoning steps and ims and whatever, because she's nothing special. She's just your typical lighty with light eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the reason why these type of gal them, that's why when people meet me and they're effing with me, because I don't consider myself as light skinned. Like, for you lot that are calling me light skinned, please get it together. Because this is, I know she's mixed race, but this is what I consider as light skin. I'm not light skin, I'm a browning. All right, babes? But even when they try and put me into that, I'm very quick to bring people back to reality and what it is. But again, because most of the lighties, this is what they're like. Do you know what I mean? Like, the man them just be liking them just because they're light. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there's colorism in the ends. It's in our epigenetics. Do you not understand? So in the church cult spaces, it's even worse. It's exasperated. So when you got gyal them like Courtney with a wicked heart, sitting there proud as hell with ego, you know, this girl's been born again. My girl got born again on the 6th, January, February, March, April, May, June. My girl got born again in June. I went on a program to pre. She's still getting her back blown out by her baby dad. She's a baby mother. She's never been married a day in her life. She's been with her man for 10 years. He ain't even come to put a ring on that. And she wants to come and have some chat for me. Courtney, if you're watching this, go sit down. I don't know who the hell you thought you were trying to come and have some chat, come and invalidate survivors. Girl, you better hope I don't see you outside in these streets. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, Chair. That's all, because I'm not the one. I'm not the blood clot one, babes. Yeah? I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Because I have been triggered and I have been, that was traumatic. Her video was, you have traumatized the victims. You have traumatized them. Yes, Kiko. You have traumatized the victims. You have invalidated them. You have made the victims feel like they need to delete themselves. That's what they're telling me because of your little video. That's what you did, Courtney. And I'm going to do another follow-up video with the messages behind me in the green screen. You need to get cancelled. Even though you've got 1,000 followers, can you even get cancelled with 1,000 followers and the 32 views that you've got on your YouTube? But you will be getting cancelled. You already have. All right, that's what happens. Anyone that comes against me, anyone that has my name in their mouth, anyone that chats me, don't you see they get cancelled? Cancelled. She came on looking like a 10. By the time I'm done with her, it's a 0. Don't play with me, babe. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Because no matter what you say to me, no matter what you say about me, no matter what you do, I don't care. I don't care. I've got no shame. Look at me. Look at the state of me. I haven't got pride in my heart. That girl has got pride in her heart. So when I tell her things, it's really going to be getting in there. It's really going to be getting in there because there's no love. There's no self-love. She don't know herself. That's why she looks like that, because she don't know herself. If anyone's dressed like that, you know they don't know that their fashion wardrobe is confused. They look a state. That's how you know she's confused. So you can't be believing what these gyal them are saying outside in these street collectives. So don't even get triggered. You get me? Don't even get triggered by these pick-mechas, these Barbara, these washed up 304s that are coming on and talking. Hi, Danae. Don't get drawn out. Don't feel upset. She's not worth it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, gal dem ain't worth it. She's just a BM somewhere in South London. Never put a ring on it in her life. You haven't even had a man to come and honor you. You're getting your back blown out every single night. You have made no sacrifices in the ministry, in the Lord whatsoever. Here I am. I'm celibate. This coochie has been shut for 2 years. There's a lot of survivors that don't go to church and they are celibate. Here you are, Courtney, living with a man, unmarried, getting your back blown out every day. He's probably on the roads because you put up a picture with cash that looks folded like a road man. I've got all my receipts. So what you need to do is get rid of that road man and stop getting your back blown out. And you need to go and humble yourself. That's what you need to do up. So before, and this is what I'm saying. Gal like that is coming on outreach, coming on social media, going out to go and do blood clot evangelism. These times she's getting her back blown out. She's getting flipped. She's sideways, upways on the ceiling, round the back, on the car, at the boot of the car. That's what she's doing up. These times every night. You don't see me on the blood clot TikTok every day. Do you not see me on here? You don't know my movements. Do you not ever see any man here? I'm on here at 12 o'clock. I'm on here at 1 a.m. I'm on here at 2 a.m. I'm on here at 3 a.m. Ain't no man in my bed. Ain't no man on my bed. And then you want to come and sit here and tell us that we should be endorsing rapists and PDFs and you're doing law. Babe, let me tell you another thing, Courtney, because I'm going to do another video for you, girl. You come and say, I don't mean to sound proud, but I'm studying. I don't mean to sound proud, but I'm studying law. I don't want to sound proud or anything, but I'm studying law. You know, baby girl. Let me give you an ABC 101, 1, 2, 3 breakdown on law, my love, because my sister was going to do it, yeah. Number one, you need to be going to a Russell Group uni. Have you been accepted into a Russell Group uni? Because I think you're probably going to Lewisham or South Bank University, yeah. All right? You also need to be getting a first-class degree. You also need to have a rich daddy or a rich mama that's already working in the law field for you to get up there, chair. Because it's very institutionalized ACES. So it links into what I'm saying now. Oh, but girl, you're mixed race with light green eyes. So you're probably passed as a whitey, innit? Because you probably are in situations where when you're around the whiteys, you're doing up whitey and more of that side's coming out. So you pass. And then when you're black, that's why, again, like, you should even come and step into the chat. Because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know who you are, girl. You don't even know who you are. And you're coming in to have some chat and thinking that because you're doing a law degree. Do you know I thought this girl was my age? My sister told me she's about 25 or 26. What are the gal them? What are you lot eating? You 20-year-olds, what are you eating? Why are the 30-year-olds? Why are we looking younger than you gal them outside in these streets? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? My girl's supposed to be 25 or 26 years old. Oh my God. So what I'm going to tell you, girl, as you came on saying that you don't, I didn't think you were proud when you mentioned that you were doing law, babe, because most of the people that I know that have qualified from law, they're begging for bread. They're broke as hell. They can't even leave their mother's yard, you know, them ones, to go and rent their own yard. Babe, when I was working in connections for the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, I remember I had 2 colleagues that had done a degree in law, and we were getting paid the same £32,000 a year, my love. And that £32,000 a year, let me tell you, I was earning that more than 18 years ago. £32,000. All right, little Courtney? So back then, when I was in connections, I had people with law degrees working in connections, working with young people in the gutter. Yeah? So let's see if you're going to become a lawyer. Because let me tell you something, baby. Me, I have beef forever. It doesn't go nowhere. So girl, I'm going to be following your social media for the next 5, 10, 20 years, and I'm going to be exposing you up. So you better make sure you're ready. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, guys, there are people that I've been having beef with since I was 5 years old. Sunny and blood clot Bella from the ends, from the block, from the time when me and my brother were selling our secondhand toys outside, and they tried to say that my brother thieved something or whatever. I'm still beefing that BITCH to this day, the gypsy gal. She thought she could get with a gypsy man and thought I was going to be scared. I'll still rock it out with you, babe. I don't give a damn. Are you having a laugh? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, because beef with me is beef forever. So now she's decided to open her big mouth and come in and invalidate the survivors. I want to see what job you're coming out with. First of all, I want to know what mark you're coming out with, because baby girl, if you don't get that first class and you're not going to a Russell Group university, there's no law firm that's going to human fecal matter on you, baby. There's no law firm that's going to human fecal matter on you, whether you got light eyes or whatever. Because the only reason these gal them think there's something is because they come from the hood. They come from the gutter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these man them are all gassed. Oh my God, a lighty girl with green eyes. And you know, most of the man them, they come from them households that are colorist. It's the same thing, the African home. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, because of the mum's colorism and usually covert narcissism and a lack of education, she'll be happy to see a gal like this come to her house. It doesn't matter that she's a retired 304. It doesn't matter that she's uneducated. Even the way she tried to come and sit there, like, I'm going to use the word full of fashion. Baby, you're from the slums of South London, most likely, but you're trying to come on there like you're all prim and proper. Why? Because you see me doing my videos and I'm educated, so you try to come on like your ish don't stink. Girl, seriously, if I were you, I'd just stay out of this one, because I've got a lot more content coming up. And I'm telling you something now, Courtney, if you open your mouthpiece again, the way I'm going to finish you, because I know mandem that know you. I know people that know you. So if you open your mouth again, that's it, I'm going to finish you. I don't care. And I will just set up a new TikTok account just so I can expose you with absolutely no bounds. And then if you want to meet me up and talk about it, we can talk about it. I don't care. 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 Because I'm on whatever you're on. You know them ones. I'm on whatever you're on, anytime, any day. Because when I got survivors calling me having a panic attack to the point where I'm going to have to go and meet them, because the content has triggered them so much, that's when you're going to see me. That's when you're going to see me outside in these streets, girl. So just make sure when you're doing your little content, you know what you're talking about. Don't talk about the things that involve us, because it's got nothing to do with you. That's why the other gal them that are talking their talk, they don't mention specific things that implicate me, because then I'm going to get involved. Come and doing that. Listen, I'll read this girl for filth. Are you having a laugh? Don't have anyone's name in your mouth, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're exasperating this for the survivors. Anyway, I'm going to finish up and take a break, because every time I talk about this broad, it just itches up my skin, bro. Like, trying to come in there like you're something, and you just and all right, so I've read this, guys. So also there's a shame around the blackness inside the black spaces themselves. So that's why, thanks, Haynes, that's why they don't play the music often in there. Do you know, like, even my church they used to do this international day, yeah, where it was like we're supposed to be showing a showcase of like our country, like where we're from. Guys, they would get like, like, you know, like Uncle Owl, they would get him to come and dress like an Indian man, you know, in the whole like there's girls, they'll be wearing like, you know, like I don't know, like the German looking clothes. They'll be coming like Scottish in kilts, like all black people, like Scottish with the flags. Yeah, and you know what? You know that church that I've been exposing, the cult Proton. I'm sure they're connected to my cult, because they do an international day. So I'll actually do that content and use them to just fit in the whole IT supremacy. I think I'm going to go into do we have a problem in the black church? No, black churches. Oh, what do I say? It's not a black church problem, but it is a problem in the Black Church Week. I think I'm going to go into this now, because I think it just goes into everything as well. I think it also, seeps through into, the essay and the grape as well. I really need to get into this. So we'll be going into it, yeah? Hey, HJ. Yeah, HJ, I'm sick of it, man. I ain't got time for it. Do you know what? Because what I need all of these 304s to understand is whether I'm 10 years older than you, 5 years older than you, 20 years old, I don't care. I don't care. The pecking order doesn't change. The streets don't change. 304s don't change, innit? I've never been a 304, not a day in my life, but I will in your mouth, though. Do you get me? I was the gal that was outside doing the movement, ready to do whatever needed to be done for my man. Because I was a ride or unalive chick and I was ready to get it popping and cracking any day of the week. But I look like the sweet, innocent one. Do you understand? That's what it is outside in these streets. Internalized atheism through Christianity, Whitey, patriarchal lens. Yes, I like that, baby. So do you see how they get us to be ashamed of ourselves? Why can't everybody just come in their African attire to International Day? Do you know one of the main reasons that kept me in that church so long was actually the African culture, the camaraderie, the community when I first came, because it was all Ghanaians. There was no other like Dag has always dreamed of having this Hillsong type of church. That's why it's completely changed. But back in the day, it was just Ghanaian, and that's what made me stay, because I loved it. And the same with my ex-husband, like the Nigerian culture, and with the kids, and wearing the ashray B and getting my thing made, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So why can't we celebrate that? We actually have a lot of culture. We have and the traditional attire. Oh my God, guys, I can't resist the guy in traditional wear. Yeah. Yeah. One time I told my ex to come in his traditional clothes. Oh, that night was crazy, yeah. That night was crazy, yeah. I told him, come in that traddy wear. Are you all right? Wear the little hat and that. Like, are you all right? Are you okay? You get me? That's why for me, the Asians and the Islam, the Muslim man them, I F with it heavily. And the Chinese, that comes into Asian. Because I like there's something about a traditional man. Do you know what I mean? Like in his traditional, like even when I was chatting to this Asian guy, but do you know what it is with the Asians? I just feel like I don't know, they fetishize us a little bit too much. I found it it was too overwhelming. My man was doing the most up to block him. But anyway, yeah, like, look, if there's any Asian brothers that are on here that like black girls, you're being too thirsty. I'll keep it real. Because you lot are handsome, you got it going. You don't need to try so hard. We already like you. Just keep it cool, because it's too much. Like when you do, like it's given, like the European sleazy. You lot just need to calm down a bit. You don't need to do that much, because we already like you. Do you get it? Muslim brothers in their frobes. Chef's kit. Tasia, that's what I'm saying, girl. Are you having a laugh? That day when I went to the, when I told you when my ex took me to the mosque, it was really nice. They were having a little, like a little street hood party chair, like outside coming from the mosque chair. I felt powerful. They like all the man them out there chair. I felt so powerful. And because I wasn't like, it was only like the wives and family in it. So, but you know when they bring the 10 out of 10, because they just want to show them off, them ones. There was bare man them in the robes chair, and I was just in the car just having my little drink, and then I put on some music in the car, and it was like, like it was a bit of bashment. I was winding up myself. Are you having Are you all right, babe? Are you all right, babe? Are you okay? Because I'm the only island gal here in the car. You get me? So I'm just gonna be doing up. That's when I become island gal, innit? Oh my God, I was winding up myself. They looked so nice, man. It was a wedding or something. I just love the traditional wear. So why don't we celebrate our traditional wear? Like when you wear it, it's like we look like the kings and queens that we are. The kings and queens that we are. But instead you're making us wear frigging poppy long john sockies and making us wear kilts. And guys, there was one year my sister won. She dressed as a Indian lady. I'm going to see if I've got some pictures of it, because I'm sure we will have the pictures. Guys, it's wild. I've got pictures of International Day. When you not see it, guys, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we came that year wearing our kaftans. I came in my Asian thing as well. Oh, it's just so mad. Honestly, I just need to take 1 minute. Because when I talk about all these things, I'm like, oh, damn, how did I miss this? But when you're in there, you're so severely indoctrinated, it's really easy to miss. All right, let's do the last bit. Guys, are you enjoying the live? What you telling me? What up? Are you not enjoying it? For all the years that we used to have to sit there and listen to that human fecal matter, you know what, that will send us to sleep, the indoctrination, yeah? So now we get to have a nice bit of, it's even low-key cultural. Woo! Oh, God, the survivors are, you lot are deconstructing, yeah. Oh, my God. Yes, girl. Yes. Yeah, you're saying something there. Black girl mind, say a bit more. You know, when I come back for the next session, you know, when I'm recording it up so that I can get it recorded. Guys, I think I should do the live session later and then do the content tomorrow, innit? That makes more sense. Because then I can watch back the live. I can look at, because I like watching back my lives because I repeat a lot of what survivors say. Even if you don't come on, you kind of prompt me, and there's all different types of, you know, thematics that come up within the live. So I do like to rewatch my lives, and it's helping to shape my book. I've had a little break because I've had to do a lot of concentration on this work with the essay and the Great Victim. But now that things are starting to clear a little bit more, and I will be doing some content. If any of the victims are on here live, I am going to do some content saying that I'd be willing to support you guys as a collective group to build a case to go to the police. So if that's something that you know, that you did want to explore, then you guys can just get at me, okay? Guys, you know, whenever I cut my braids, I always feel like having them kind of short. I think I'm going to do that next time, you know, just like the last week, just to, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get on to the last bit. So we've spoken about all of the underlying hidden, you know, propelling circumstances that usher these pastors into being these whitey, supremacist, colonialist masters, and it turns the congregation into slaves, like they're picking on the cotton fields, okay? We've gone through all of the different things, like even the whitey televangelists coming in, and the fact that, you know, if they've got more whitey faces or they sing certain, you know, like more evangelical European type songs like Hillsong, like they'll be in there selling Hillsong, and it's like they'll be in there singing Hillsong, and it's a proper, you know, like they all just from all Nigerians. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not even catering for the people. But some of these cults, they have to sing the worship songs in the language, like Tasia was saying, the Angolan communities, the Congolese, because those cults thrive off isolation, us versus them. So usually the group will be a bit smaller, but it's more like a family cult, and those groups are more dangerous. They might not be as larger, because remember we had the gospel church cult, and that pastor was in there sleeping with raping about 7 or 8 women, allegedly, doing up monstrosities. So again, guys, it's not about the size, it's the vision of them to have these mega churches and the way that they use and exploit people to recruit, etc. Yeah, Catherine, it was that. No, yeah, that's Catherine. Catherine, it was terrible. Hey, Nance, it was absolutely disgusting. No, you were right, Queen Nancy. Nance, we need a little link up, innit? But you know what? Let me do the survivors link up first and get it out of the way, guys. But I know I've been saying that for weeks. But guys, I have been unwell. There's been a lot of content. There's been a lot of stuff going on. But I will just announce it. I can't give dates and things like that all the time because it is so triggering for me. But we will make it work, all right? We're going to do one soon in a couple of weeks. All right, so let's look at the impact on members. Thanks, Una the Great. Because can you imagine all of this, like, and remember, guys, it's like an iceberg. It's all of this stuff at the bottom. They don't even know. All you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. You're just seeing them like trolls, like, you know, like robots. They've got no sense of self. They've got no sense of self. They've got no sense of who they are. They don't even, like, you know. All right, let me not get it. It's still retrograde. Let me get this season out of the way, especially when we're talking about race. I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying, because I'm also, this is why I don't like getting into race, because I also don't like people to feel, you know, and I do think about like whitey people as well, how they feel listening to things, you know. But I think they're a lot more woke now, because I'm an empath. I think about everyone. I wouldn't want anyone to feel excluded or like it's not a zone for them to. And I just want to just put a public disclaimer that when I'm talking about this, like, and I can only speak for myself, I'm not like, that's why I don't really get into the like woke blackness, and, you know, because I feel like that's also quite a supremacist. I think it's black supremacy, like the way they blame like every generation. It's like, how can you blame someone for what their great granddad did? Come on, man. They're a different person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't like blame someone. Like, all of that, I just think it's HATE, and I think it's nonsensical. So I just want people to know when I am speaking about this, it's not like, do I feel like, you know, you have to pay, you know, do anything to, this is just, you know, historical. We need to talk about it so that we can move forward and we can heal. Do you understand what I'm saying? As a collective, because there's been a lot of damage done, like, you know, especially if you were darker skinned and, you know, you were treated differently because of that, or you felt less of a person, or because I became very proud. I became like a whitey, fundamentalist, conservative woman. Yeah. Lost my whole identity. I was dressing like a middle-aged whitey woman. Thanks for the follow, Khalid. So I completely lost sense of my identity and self, and I've just come back to my blackness, and thank God I had a mother who raised me to be secure in my blackness, to be proud, to know I'm a black woman. Because as I said to you, my look can be quite ambiguous. If I want to say I'm half, you know, Spanish and half whatever, if I want to say I'm Blasian, like I said, bitch, all I have to do is put in a piece, chair, and these eyes go like this, and I just put a little piece of eyeliner, and I'm Blasian. Are you all right? Yeah, that's what I was saying before, Lucia, but you hadn't come on. Big up all the Jamaicans inside. That's what I was going to do, put on a little bit of bashment, but we'll do it for the later session because I'll already be in the vibe. But I did say that because I was saying it earlier. I was saying that I wanted to exchange you with someone. But Lucia, you've got black in you though, innit? What am I I keep talking because you know what? Lucia looks like exotic, but I keep forgetting you've got black in you. Sorry, babe. you're like Nicole. What are you talking about, yeah? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you saying to me right now? I'm sorry, girl. I just remembered. All right. So let's get into the last bit, which is the impact on members. Then I'm going to go and take a break, and then I will be back on. Guys, I might not be on this account because if I've got a tutorial, then that will mean that I have to go on one of my other 8 accounts. So if you don't see me on this account, you'll see a video come up. Guys, please follow my YouTube and Instagram. I have full like hours worth of content on there, videos on there on Instagram and YouTube. And that's where I record all the lives. Not this one, unfortunately, because I look a mess. But once my hair's done, I've had like my bath, I've done up my hair, and it's all out. I'll be on YouTube and Instagram later. So let's get into it. So what does the impact of these whitey supremacist black church cult spaces have on the members? All right, so darker skinned or more African looking members may be overlooked for leadership roles, denied visibility, or treated as less valuable. You see that key word? Oh, Ines, you're such a queen. You see that key word there, guys? Denied visibility or treated as less valuable. So do you see when you were feeling invisible? You weren't feeling like you were valued. You weren't feeling that then the whitey face will come in that week. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they're letting them do the news reporting or something that you wanted to do. Or a lot of the time, Hannah was on here earlier. Hannah couldn't sing to save her life, but they would have her on the front row in the choir because she's a whitey face. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they don't care. And I want to say most of the time they have these whitey faces in there, but they're black. They're more black than the black people in there. All right. And they try to make them fit this mold. Like they mold them and they GROOM them to be a certain way so that they can appeal to like that demographic. Because even because they do bring some whitey people. Hey, Sarah, they do. Because as I said, they know that their recruitment tactics to bring in people like them, people of their own kind, people like, that's why they want that. Do you understand? So that's why First Love has started to become more multicultural, because they've had different types of people like myself. Remember I told you I was the first English British born speaking members to be in there. That's when more people started coming in, because then they're seeing more people like them. They're not just because if you come in and you're like 18 and you're like, you know, like me, and we're like British speaker, and you come as bare aunties and uncles, you're gonna be thinking, nah, be like, this ain't it. But when you come in and you're seeing like more people like you, because people stay for the people. On a first visit, it's not about, you know, the church as such, it's the people. It's like, oh my God, that was a really nice girl. I think I'm going to go back. Like, even if it's one person that they remember, they'll come back for. So that's why it's important that all of the people with good hearts, people who really class themselves as like God lovers, like Jesus lovers, you need to leave these spaces. It's a movement, because when good people come in and they may think, oh, this is a bit dodgy, but do you know what? That girl is so lovely. I don't think a woman that lovely would be in here if it was a bad place. Do you know how many people have said that to me? That's why they stayed. There's a girl that got raped in my branch. Are you understanding me? And she said that exact thing. She said, I stayed because I thought if Leah's here, it's not weird. Do you know how that makes me feel to this day? I've even got to call that girl. Do you know how that makes me feel to this day? So I need to do a video really breaking this down, because that's what I mean by silence is compliance. Your presence, being there, you're a partaker in it. Because someone who's innocent will just come in and think, yeah, do you know what? They're a nice person, I'm staying. So if you're not sure and you know there's corruption, it's not, oh, it's a spiritual hospital, everybody's got this, everybody. You need to leave. It's a movement. We're all leaving. That's why we're leaving. The point is, guys, stay in there anyway. Keep your backside in there. You see the wrath of God that's going to start coming upon these places. That's why God's just giving you lot time. But your time's going to get run out. And once that cut-off point comes, that's it. You're done out. So you lot better open your eyes and you better leave. Get your blood clot out of there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when the wrath of God starts hitting these places, that's it. You're done out. Can't you see the pastors dropping like flies? There's a spirit of unalivement that's in Dag's cult right now. There's a spirit of unalivement. Every other month, someone's dropping down like a fly. Do you understand? So, child, the spirit of unalivement is hovering over the ministry at the moment. It's hovering, child. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So, y'all, you gotta be careful and whatever. If you know that you're a genuinely good person and you know there's a bit of corruption, or you're seeing the things come out and you're a good person, you're a humanitarian, you need to leave. Because when you're staying in these places, it's showing that you're compliant. People could stay just for you, just because you've got a good heart, and you don't know what they're going to get themselves caught up in. You might have not got grape, but that girl that comes might have got grape. Do you understand? That's why as soon as I clocked it was corrupt, I was out of there. All right. So the second one is congregants internalize the idea that God's approval is tied to whitey coded beauty, behavior, and power. Yeah. The purity, the modesty gospel, the way that they dress with the long set. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all the behavior, the fundamentalists. Oh, stop acting so bush. Dag said that people couldn't speak in the language because it separates people. Again, they just don't want it to look like an African church. They want it to seem more whitey church, because that is what is sellable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Within the mega church cult world, okay? They don't want you in traditional wear. They don't want you looking like a villager. They want you in a suit. That's why they're very big on, you know, like especially Karis, suit and tie, low shaven head. This is what it's talking about here, the white coded beauty. That's what they do up. That's why they change the way that you look so that you can conform into society. What is society? The social constructs that they have created. Just like the way your workplace, if you work for like a certain type of workplace, oh no, you can't have braids. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like braids isn't suitable for the job or whatever. It's the same thing in these church cults. It's this institutionalized ageism. And then it's also ageism at a ground level, a one-on-one level. Because as I said to you, my pastor used to be extremely ageist. It's just disgusting. The whole thing's a mess. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's worse than the world because it's exasperated and there's no like outside external bodies to help you to get any support. The cutting off the locks annoys me. Oh my God, Bakanika, why are you reading my mind? Why are you reading my blood clot mind? Because I was thinking about steps. That's what I wanted to say, and then you said it. Yeah, so church cults like Karis. Oh my God, Botanica, the Holy Spirit is moving, oh. So getting them to cut their locks, getting them to cut long hair, it's not white coded. There we go. We've got a name for it now. This is, guys, do you see why deconstruction and deprogramming is so key? And this is why I do it with you guys, because I could sit here and do this myself, but I do. This is what I was going to do today. This was my think tank. So I'll go on ChatGPT and I'll ask them random questions. This is what you lot should do. It will friggin' change your life. And ask them random questions about your journey, and then go on YouTube and find videos about it. And before you know it, it's 5 o'clock. Do you get what I'm saying? It's time to eat. You get me? The next live started. You get it, you lot? Because you know most of the time we're depressed. Yeah. Then before you know it, it's time for bed. Time for bed. You get what? So just be deconstructing it up, chair. But yes, do you see why they're getting all of the young men to cut off their locks? Because it's not white coded beauty. They don't want them having cornrows. They don't want them having, but they can't say to the black woman, you can't have braids, but they will make it clear that they like the hair to look tidy. They'll be talking about wigs. They'll be talking about straight hair. They give you like uniform. That's why with Karis, you don't really see it's white coded, because that's the way that our dress is. It's like a 50+ middle-aged auntie that's trying to look like she's going to the Royal Ascot. If you don't believe me, I'll show you the pictures, because, you know, I don't have to lie. So this is it. So you can see that it fits the description. The description that I just said to you, now you've seen the photographic evidence. Middle-aged auntie, wannabe Royal Ascot, whitey, fundamentalist, middle-class woman. Yeah? You can see it's given that. Or some do it because of the belief of dreads, locks holding energy. Oh, yeah, you're right. White garment. Is it white garment? Yeah, you're right. The white garment church cults. Yeah, because I thought about it. I was like, oh, yeah, she's trying to be sideways. So you can see they dress like her. 50+-year-old middle-aged auntie. Yeah, that's the aesthetic Karis have, middle-aged auntie. And the thing is, they can't say that they don't like the dressing in there. So they all convince themselves that they look good. They'll be telling each other that they look good because they don't have a choice. It's bounded choice. So they've got to tell themselves they look good. That's why it's tight. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just the MESS in there, child. A MESS. White garment asks them to keep their locks. Oh, is it? So what one? Oh, so you're saying some church cults do that? Oh, okay. Is that what they? Oh, okay. I got it in the reverse. Thanks for correcting me, Layla. So they ask them to keep their locks. Okay, so that's the opposite. But mainly the reason why they're telling people to cut off their locks, to not have braids, to cut off their locks, to keep it low shaven hair, is because of the where's it gone? White coded beauty, behavior, and power. Yeah. You know what she means. Okay, brilliant. Is more African. Yeah, it's a mixture of mysticism, African spirituality, and traditional practices, and a bit of like Christianity, isn't it? All right. So survivors often leave these church cults carrying deep wounds around racial identity and self-worth. How can we be more free on the outside than being amongst our people in the church cult? Because the takeaway from this, guys, is that these monks, these pastors, whatever, they have turned into the colonial slave master. And I'm going to go, guys. Hey, Star, because you know I've been on for long and I don't want to get any restrictions because all my accounts need to be green this week. But I love y'all. I'm going to be back later. Was there anything else I wanted to show you? No, let me get off because I had a feeling, child. But let me just leave you with the picture. And in essence, this is what I'm talking about. I just want to quickly say that a Caris Church cult member, survivor, has exposed Bristol Caris branch. And this is the pastor. I think he's called Joshua. And basically, the predominant congregation are Black Africans. But they just got all of the Whitey members to come together and take a picture. And this was for the promo. So again, this is evidence in it. I've also done this video on one of my main pages. So if you want to go and look at it in a bit more depth, the Whitey face in church cults, I've done this video on my Leah.Lauder. So just put Leah Lauder in and you'll see a black and white picture, and that's my account. It's Leah.Lauder, and you'll see these videos, because if you want to go and, you know, deep dive it a little bit more after the live, I've done 2 bits of content on it, and it just gives you more of a, like, contextualizes it for you. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing more conversations around this. I will be back on live. I might be back on live in 10 minutes. It might be an hour, guys. You know, I could never say. I'm just going with my mental health, man. I'm just going with how my mental health is. If my mental health's good, but I'm taking out my braids, so I'll be back on at some point. But guys, if you don't see me, then that means I've taken them out quickly and I'm washing my hair, and I'll be back later when I'm all done up. All right, I love you lot, man. You lot are the best. You lot cheer me up so much. I was feeling so depressed. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'll be back on later. I love you. You'll see me soon with Tissing out these messy old braids. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon. Make sure you're following me on my main account, Leah Lauder.